Mike Bayer, Best Self, Be You, Only Better. In the book A Best Self, Be You, Only Better, Mike Bayer unlocks the secrets to transforming our lives and being our true selves. Through easy-to-follow techniques, the author guides us through identifying our positive best self and negative anti-self personas. Discovering and visualizing these distinct personalities helps in making better decisions, facing fears, and attaining success in relationships. Embark on a journey of combating the voice of fear, engaging in healthy socialization, practicing self-care, and maintaining the balance in our relationships with a fresh understanding of our innate characteristics.
Unleash your best self. Embrace your uniqueness and unleash the best version of yourself by identifying your positive traits and giving them attributes. Create a clear representation of your best self and let it serve as a daily reminder of who you want to become, helping you overcome your negative anti-self. You are one of a kind, with your own set of thoughts, experiences, and feelings that nobody else can fully comprehend. But, have you ever pondered the profoundness of this unique existence? Often, we aren't taught how to embrace our true selves and become our best versions. Instead, we are influenced by the struggles and beliefs of others, and the traditional school system rarely addresses our inner selves. This disconnection can result in living an unfulfilled life, feeling like a part of us has lost the connection to our true selves. To overcome this, you must examine two aspects of yourself: your best self, the person you aspire to be, and your anti-self, who prevents you from becoming that person. Begin by listing your best self's positive traits. Write down everything you admire about yourself, such as being approachable, rational, or courageous. Don't hold back with the praise, even if it feels awkward. Then, assign tangible characteristics to this compilation of positive qualities. Is your best self a specific gender, an animal, or perhaps a mythical creature? What unique superpower does it possess? For example, the author envisions a wise wizard named Merlin, while one of his clients sees an upbeat squirrel named Ralph. Now, draw your best self, no matter your artistic abilities, and keep the image displayed somewhere in your home. This visual reminder will strengthen your connection with your most authentic self. By clearly recognizing your best self, you can counteract the negativity of your anti-self that holds you back. Identifying these two aspects within you is the first step toward living a life that truly reflects your unique existence. Taming your anti-self. Everyone has an anti-self, a side of our personality that emerges in stressful situations and causes us to act in negative ways. By identifying this part of ourselves, recognizing specific triggers, and creating a vivid image of this character, we can learn to address our reactions, understand our best selves, and ultimately make better decisions. Have you noticed that even the gentlest person can experience an intense Jekyll and Hyde transformation during road rage? This is due to the anti-self taking over, a part of our personalities that reacts negatively in certain situations, especially when old fears and wounds resurface. Consider the author's friend, Suzanne, who dubbed her anti-self Road Rage Regina. Regina would emerge during traffic jams on Suzanne's daily commute, as Suzanne's anxiety about being late and losing control reminded her of her high school days, where she missed classes due to illness and struggled to catch up. Fortunately, understanding your anti-self enables you to anticipate when it is likely to emerge. Reflect on the last time you acted irrationally or exhibited negative behavior, and write down the undesirable traits you exhibited during those moments. Don't hold back. Facing these issues head-on allows you to deal with them. Next, assign your anti-self a name and an exaggerated appearance. The more comical, the better. This will help you remember the behavior you want to avoid in the future. Think of 5 recent situations when your anti-self took over, noting how it behaved and comparing it with how your best self would have reacted. By acknowledging and understanding your anti-self, you'll be better equipped to handle triggers and make healthier decisions when faced with stress, instead of merely reacting negatively. With practice, managing your anti-self and allowing your best self to shine can become a natural process, leading to self-improvement and better relationships with others. Overcoming the fear barrier. To become your best self, it's crucial to conquer your fears. Start by recognizing and understanding the fears that hold you back. Develop an action plan to counter these fears and use visualization techniques to transform your mindset, ultimately empowering you to move forward and achieve your goals. Fear is the most significant obstacle on the journey to becoming your best self. It distorts the way you view the world, sabotages your progress, and feeds on negative thoughts. However, by facing your fears and being honest with yourself, you can overcome this obstacle. Begin by identifying your fears. Ask yourself, what are the fears that have held me back from making changes to my life? Inspect your answers to find common themes, such as a fear of failure or concern about what others think. With your fears identified, it's time to challenge them. The brain works like a muscle, capable of being trained and improved. By focusing on solutions rather than fear, you can develop an action plan to conquer it. Write down 3 headings: my fear is, it's keeping me from, and my plan to stop my fear becoming reality is. For example, if your fear is quitting your job to start a business due to financial risk, your plan could involve saving a specific amount before taking the leap. Visualization is another powerful tool for overcoming fear. When anxiety creeps in, close your eyes and imagine wrapping up all your fears in a giant cardboard box. Shrink that box in your mind until it fits in your hand, and then envision yourself throwing it into a deep canyon. Feel the relief as it disappears from sight. By identifying, challenging, and visualizing your fears, you can retake control over your life and move towards becoming your best self. Don't let fear hinder your progress. Instead, use these strategies to thrive and reach your fullest potential. Unlocking social butterfly powers. To reach our best selves, engaging in an active social life is essential. Socializing enriches our body, soul, and cognitive abilities, contributing to our overall happiness. Building time for friends, family, and making new connections is crucial, even for those who aren't natural social butterflies. Overcoming social hurdles can be achieved by preparing conversation topics beforehand, paying attention to small details, and focusing on body language. By embracing these skills, you can transform into the life of the party. Socializing plays an indispensable role in personal growth and development. Research at the University of Michigan has revealed that social interactions are essentially a workout for our brains, keeping our cognitive abilities sharp. Moreover, a Gallup Healthways survey found that happiness levels soared when people spent 6 to 7 hours socializing daily. So, it's vital to allocate time in our lives for bonding with friends, family, and exploring new connections. Meeting new people can bring fresh perspectives and ideas into our lives, acting as a catalyst for inspiration. Unfortunately, not everyone is a naturally born social butterfly, and many struggle with feeling awkward in social situations. Fret not, for there are tricks that can help pave the way to successful socializing. A common issue is finding something to say. This can be easily tackled by reflecting on recent experiences and knowledge, creating conversation starters to alleviate the pressure to think up topics instantly. Additionally, focusing on the finer details of communication also leaves a significant impact. By demonstrating genuine interest through questions and actively listening, you encourage others to open up and build a rapport. Lastly, be mindful of body language, as nonverbal cues make up a staggering 70% of communication. Maintaining an upright posture, avoiding crossed arms, and sustaining eye contact all signal to others that you're actively engaged and attentive. By mastering these social hacks, you'll be able to transform into a skilled conversationalist, draw others to you, and ultimately, enrich your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Embrace self-care for success. To be our best selves and truly help others, self-care is crucial. Managing stress effectively involves techniques like mindful breathing, exercise, prioritizing sleep, and engaging in personal passions to achieve a well-balanced life. By finding and creating time for these activities, we can optimize our emotional and physical energy for our own well-being and for those we care for. Many essential relationships in our lives require us to be supportive caregivers, nurturers, and helpers. However, to truly fulfill these roles, we must prioritize taking care of ourselves. If we don't, we risk lacking the necessary physical and emotional energy to be of help to anyone. Self-care isn't selfish, it empowers us to contribute to others. Effectively managing daily stress and pressures is fundamental to self-care. Consider incorporating mindful breathing practices when feeling overwhelmed. This simple act can swiftly calm an anxious mind and restore perspective. Additionally, engaging in at least 20 to 30 minutes of exercise each day can alleviate stress and provide mental clarity. Choose activities that you enjoy and that get your heart pumping, such as walking, biking, or hitting the gym. Prioritizing sleep is another key factor for well-being. Aim for at least 6 hours per night, maintain a consistent bedtime, and avoid eating right before you turn in. Good quality rest supports cognitive performance and emotional health. Lastly, pursuing personal passions fosters a meaningful and joyful life. Hobbies open us up to expressing our love for the world, but finding time for them can feel challenging amidst work, responsibilities, and family life. The key is identifying where hobbies can fit into our day-to-day lives and eliminating obstacles that hinder their pursuit. For example, consider reducing TV time or utilizing your commute for an audio course related to your interests. Learning to dedicate time to self-care amidst life's demands ultimately boosts our emotional and physical energy, enabling us to better serve and care for others. Debunking relationship myths. We often encounter unrealistic expectations in relationships fueled by idealized depictions of love in media, setting us up for disappointment. Many misconceptions need to be debunked to better understand relationships, such as the idea that great relationships always involve romance or are entirely harmonious. Embracing the deeper connection as excitement fades and learning to argue healthily can lead to a stronger bond between partners. Remember to stay calm, listen, and find compromises when disagreements arise. Relationships can be challenging, but simplifying complex dynamics by acknowledging unrealistic expectations is a good starting point. These expectations stem from idealized portrayals of love seen in movies, commercials, and music, lacking the inevitable rough patches of long-term relationships. One widespread myth suggests that great relationships demand great romance. Although romance can be beautiful, always expecting to be swept off your feet is unsustainable. Over time, passionate infatuations transform into a deeper connection, differing from the initial stages of falling in love. This is not a sign of incompatibility, it's merely a natural progression in any romantic relationship. Another misconception is that great relationships must always be harmonious. The reality is that disagreements are a normal aspect of any partnership. Healthily resolving conflicts can, in fact, strengthen the bond between two people. It's crucial to learn how to argue effectively, ensuring your best self takes the lead during confrontations. When tensions rise, remember to stay calm and avoid raising your voice. Yelling can hinder your partner's ability to understand your perspective. Demonstrate active listening and genuinely try to empathize with their position, expressing understanding when appropriate. Lastly, never abandon the issue at hand, even if resolutions aren't immediate. Focus on finding a workable compromise to maintain peace and successfully navigate the complexities of relationships.
As we conclude our journey through Mike Bayer's A Best Self, remember the powerful tools and insights that enable us to live as our true selves. By understanding and visualizing our best self and anti-self, we can make better choices and manage our fears, leading to a more fulfilling life. This book empowers us to thrive in our social connections, take care of ourselves, and maintain healthy relationships built on realistic expectations. Embrace the lessons from this insightful guide, and take the first steps towards living as your best self, experiencing the freedom and happiness it brings.